Alright, so welcome back to another episode, guys. Today I am making a custom enclosure for the fridge, or a divider, so we can divide this section here from this if we have dogs, or when we go away we can completely load it up without, you know, stuff blocking the fridge vents and whatnot. So I'm gonna film it as we go, and then at the end of it we'll tell you, I'll let you know what's cost me to do. But yeah, hope you enjoy it, and we'll get started. So what you didn't see last night, because I didn't bother filming it, was I moved my fridge slide over. Now the fridge slide used to sit right here where my finger was. That's where the hole was. So you know, it's only moved over. Stop that from sliding. It's only moved over that far. Not a hell of a lot, but you know, space is everything. So, and what I've actually scored, I actually got a old dog cage. Stripped it down, and as you can see, just needs a little bit of fine tuning. That's perfect. So we're going to make it fit, and then from there decide what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put a top or a side or whatever. Not too sure yet, but first things first, let's get this to fit. So because my cargo barrier that I've modified to fit this car as well, because it's got a slight angle, we have to take that into consideration. So I can't just cut exactly what I need, because otherwise it's going to sit here and it's going to end here and it's still, you know, get back here. So we've got to factor that in. So I reckon if I bring it forward, I cut this one, and then I cut this one, and this one down here, it should be very close to fitting. Let's find out. So I'll cut it. Let's test it out. Let's see. Alright, so it's close. I reckon I'm going to take this one here out, and that one there, and that, and that one, and that will probably be pretty close to fitting. It's still hanging out the top, which is what I'm worried about. So I might have to, I don't know if you can see this, guys, I'm going to have to angle this front one as well to come down. Because obviously the door's not going to close like that. I don't think. No, it's not. That's okay. This is what all the fun of custom making stuff is all about. Let's do some more cutting. Alright. So we're getting very close to what I want. I reckon if I take that one and that one, no, it's actually not bad as it is. What I might do is shorten that back bit, so I don't have to cut so much of the front out. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Alright. So, it's looking good now. only thing I might have to do, maybe cut that little piece there out, just so this sits a little bit further inside. Which would actually work. Or maybe cut that one and that one and that one. And maybe that one. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's see if door closes. If I take that bracket down, which isn't doing anything anymore, the door will probably close. Okay. Alright, so that's the bracket I'm talking about. This one was up here, used to hold the old stoplight, but obviously there's no point having a stoplight there anymore. So this is what I was talking about. Just, you can see it moving, it just fits. So I don't think I need to do anything. Just gotta figure out how to mount it, and then we're good. I don't know whether I should try and make it go further back, because I've got no way to really mount it onto the cage. I don't know if you can see the gaps. Light's not the best, but we'll just endeavour on and alright, see what happens. So I decided to cut that section out. I don't know if you can see it. Must be better. So it sits in there. I've at least got some points so I can actually attach to the barrier. I don't know how I'm attaching it yet, I haven't really decided. This is all on the fly. But it means it sits further forward, so I might be able to fit that bracket back in. Probably not. Let's put this back up. No, probably not. So now it's going to decide where I'm putting. The plan was originally to put a board. Actually, let's go get another piece of the cage. Yeah. Alright, so the plan was originally to put another piece in, and I can't get it to fit. Like this. Right? Obviously high. To put that in there, to have this bit on top, all the way through. But I don't know if it's going to be high enough for the dogs. This is what it comes down to. Yeah, I need room for the dogs. I don't really want to be cutting stuff up to see if it fits, to find out it's not going to work, because then I'm back to square one with stuff that doesn't work. But the only way to really find out is to chuck the dogs in, eh? So these are the two pooches I need to get to fit in the car. This one's really nervous. She's never been in the back of a car. She's only 4 months old. So my first plan, across the top here, well, it's not really going to work with her, because that's the height I wanted it. Even with her here, it's too cramped for her, so I'm not building that way. So I'll have to build across the top, and hopefully you can get it in there. See what happens. Do this face. Alright, we're on to the second part here. This is going to be the roof section. So that's the other one. Look at that. So Mrs. is going to run to the shop for me to get some brackets, or not some brackets, like some P-clamp things, so I can secure it down to here, and then I'm going to fab some brackets up along there. I don't know, I've got stuff like this, just stuff laying around that I can use. And then yeah, so I'm going to cut through here, somewhat in place, and then go from there, see what happens. Alright, so we're at this point now. It's going to hook on, because being that it's a dog cage, obviously dog cage folds up, so it's got all these yeah, hooks on it, which is great. Less work for me, but I need it to go a little bit higher, so I need to trim that corner off. But you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, this is what it's kind of going to look like. It's coming together slowly. Stay tuned though, because obviously once I get the mounting and whatnot, figure out how to mount to the back there, and then I've got to figure out how to mount it. So I can mount it here. I've got a factory point there. It's also going to mount along the back. So I've got to figure out how to mount it here, being that there's nowhere to hold it, or I look at making some sort of leg up. I don't know yet. See what happens. So you can see it's kind of how it's going to sit. This is just cable tied in, obviously like that. And then the fridge will sit in there. I know it's got to figure out how to bolt it all in so it's sturdy. So you, like I said before, the bottom's sorted, but it's the back, so up along there. I'm gonna figure out what to do. I haven't quite decided whether I just bend some brackets up and just bolt it all, or weld some brackets to the top piece up here that bolts to there, or and then here I've got to figure out what I'm doing, whether I use a leg, you know, down to here, whether I try and remove some of the trim to find a point I can actually bolt something to, or try and build it off, you know, that mount. You can't really see it, that mount there, which is for the cargo barrier, and just have a leg that comes down here and holds that. It would work. I don't know how effective it would be though. Yeah, so you can see it's coming together quite nicely. I'm just gotta, yeah, now it's the hard part. Just try and make it all work. Alright guys, there we go. So kind of jumped ahead. I haven't really showed you a lot of stuff, but you've seen the main process. So what I ended up using was just cheap hose clamps. Yeah, they cost like $1 each from local hardware store. And then I've got these P clamps, so that's what's holding it to the base. And then I've fabbed up this bracket. I'll try and show you. So it's just a bit of flat bar, flimsy flat bar I had laying around, but yeah, it's going to take a little bit of weight, which is great. Secures the fridge, so I can put stuff up there. Fridge is safe. Whatever we want in here, whether it's dogs or all our camping stuff, I can load it up to the roof now, and yeah, I won't be blocking a crucial vent for the fridge. So the whole process, it's probably only cost me about $10 to do. I acquired the dog cage, and we had to buy these clamps. So to buy a pack of them, it's a pack of 8. That was, you know, like $14 for the pack. I've only used 3, and I ended up buying 8 of these hose clamps. I only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, so still got 2 left. So yeah, $10. Just fabbed up, obviously fabbed the bracket up and that stuff I had laying around. So $10 to have a fully caged fridge Don't know what they are retail, but I know which one I'd rather do. And what, half a day, we'll spend half a day building it, on and off, having breaks, because it's bloody hot today. It's 35 degrees and yeah, we got no shade whatsoever, so I'm roasting. So yeah, but I think I'll be doing another one of these pretty soon, so we might get that one a bit more in-depth process for how we do it, and then yeah, hopefully we'll have some more videos coming your way. Cheers guys.